So Leo, the Sun and Pluto now in your seventh house, which is an interesting part of the Sun's progress because the seventh house has a reputation rightly to be about relating, but it's also about where we set our boundaries. Having tiny but potent Pluto applying to the Sun for the first half of this week suggests that you may want to be a bit more robust in terms of what you will or won't accept. Not just around a close personal relationship, around any kind of interaction, whether it's a line manager, a friend, your kids. In any situation, I feel that you've done a lot of sacrificing since 2008. Now you want it to be a little bit more balanced between what's good for you and what's good for them. And of course, the full moon that occurs in your sign this week is really about relationships. It's about you wanting to feel that your voice is heard. Because Jupiter is feeding into this full moons have a reputation of causing tension, bringing difficult issues to the surface. I feel actually this could be quite a benevolent full moon in some ways because of Jupiter. Jupiter for you is actually in a very visible part of your scope, so it's to do with how you link to the wider world. So maybe it's around some professional relationships where you may need to show some tolerance, because when Jupiter and Pluto are in a right angle, what we can get is we can encounter people who have a kind of a belief that their worldview is the only worldview that there is. So there may be someone you're going to encounter at work that you're going to have to be a little bit more vigorous around, but you can also do it with a degree of good humour and charm with Jupiter's help. Also Tuesday, Venus moves from the very romantic transit through the sign of Sagittarius, but it has been in quite the tangle, first with Saturn, then with Neptune. You could have found yourself over the festive period, really, or certainly early into the new year, if you're a bit more of a free spirit, could have found yourself drawn into a connection with someone who really did make your pulse race. But whether this is going to be an ongoing tie, I feel the Sun's connection with Pluto is actually going to provide a big question, and that question will give you an answer, but that answer will come from within you, because remember, Pluto is very much about transformations, and maybe it's about your relationship to the relationship that actually needs to transform. Just think about it in that regard. Now, on Saturday, Uranus ends a retrograde, which has gone on since the end of August, just after your birthday period last year. And for you, maybe there has been some indecision or chopping and changing around what you want to do when it comes to your career or the way you connect to the wider world. But Uranus then forges a brilliant link to Mars. So Mars, like Venus and Mercury, in the very practical Capricorn. Mars loves being in Capricorn. Of course, it's about action and in the sign of Capricorn, very much about industry. But if you can use that energy and thrust in a more creative or novel or imaginative way, Uranus, then you could find by the end of this week that something's beginning to develop for you that's very, very exciting when it comes to your work or employment prospects. But your relationships, whatever they are, whoever they are with, they are going to become a much more intense part of your situation from here on in. If you've yet to watch your year 2024 free deep dive video, please see the link beneath this video. But if you would like to go beyond this zodiac broadcast and understand the importance of more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of your personal birth data of time, date and place, or date and place if you don't know your time, I can produce for you your life roadmap, your character analysis. This is the blueprint that really is helping you to navigate this life. And extra knowledge and awareness of those influences can be critical. Also, in my special package of 30% off, you can get a 12-month forecast, plus your free love, zodiac, Chinese and Indian written forecast for all zodiac signs for the rest of the year. Absolutely no charge for that at all. Please see the link beneath this video for more.